And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Space Engineers. Alright, I'm slowly getting the idea of what I want to do here. I've got a conveyor system coming up, because we have an oxygen system, so I want to, pressurize my bridge so I can do battle without worrying too much about oxygen. Although, the windows themselves are a little fragile. I do have a little lip going over the top of them in hopes to, give them a little extra protection. And I'm just sort of working my way back here. I've got one door ready to go there, and I'm just figuring out, okay, well, let's see how is this going to play out. So I do have this side already fleshed out, and now just going from here and trying to find the happy medium here. It looks like I'm gonna need to get rid of these two. A little premature putting those in. Okay, let's get some of this stuff welded. But the ship is taking shape nicely here. And let's make sure we get all in there. Okay. Now, if I come in here and I put in a air vent. Is that right side up? I believe it is. Okay. So that will be a nice air vent right there. Now, the way to get in and out, I'm thinking we're going to want basically a way to float in and out here. I'm not going to worry about walkways and stuff like that. This is a serious vessel for serious business, and I don't need fancy crew quarters and all that kind of stuff. So let's put in a door. I'd love to put in one of these iris doors, but these things are 2x2, so they're a little tougher. So let's see, compact door. I want a nice wide door here, so I think the sliding door is gonna be it. So let's get the sliding door in here and get it rotated how we want. Right, like that. Now I can weld those two things up. Probably the door. So let's double check. Make sure that door got welded. It did indeed get welded. So let's close her up. And if I close this, this should be, yep, it's green. So that means this is sealed. So opening it obviously will cause it to be bad again, so we need another door as a airlock, so to speak, like that. And let's get some armor blocks to protect this, the back end of our ship here. And we also need some conveyors to go up into here. Okay. And I could, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, I think it's 6, yep, right there. That should be connected. If not, I do have the option of connecting it over here. So maybe as a last resort, we'll connect both of these up together. So I'm going to do one. And then let's come out. I'm going to connect it on. Oh, no, wrong one. Wrong one. Let's rethink that. So 2 there. And we want to rotate this that way with one connecting them in between. Okay, so here we can pull up. Is that right? That's right at my door. Good Lord. There's never enough space to do stuff. So we're going to instead rotate him out. And out like that, and finally, oh, nope. Out like that. So now he is all connected. And, you know, we have yet another connection on the middle to the back. That is where we are going to have our ship connector is in the back somewhere. Way sticking out the back. Okay, so now, ooh, look how close that is to these blocks. Good Lord, let's dial that back. I had no idea it was that close. Okay. I think that's good. I'm seeing all green on my conveyors in there, which is nice. Okay, so now, get out here. Now I can close this door in here, this door in here. That is the access to the ship. So, let's continue armoring this thing. Okay, 4. Build that out. Now we need to try to get this going here, and I think, yeah, we're just gonna basically repeat this pattern, going up the side of this. And we need that going up there. Okay, and we need, yeah, another one there. And let's do heavy armor in here, just for that added little bit of protection. Good to go there. Okay, that brings us on par with what we need all the way around. And now we need a little bit of heavy armor on the back. And then we can slope it back down into the neck of this thing. And again, this is not my middle, but it needs to be tough regardless, because I don't want this to be severed and we lose most of our thrusting power. That would not be a good thing to do. Okay, so should we get this welded up? I think we need to weld this up before we do too much more, just to get an idea of all the slopes involved and all the curvature. There we go. Make sure everything is nice and welded. Okay. So we have a little bit of work ahead of us. Oh, I missed one block right there. That's actually the orientation that we want. Okay, so this marks the completion of the bridge. The bridge is complete and it's airtight. So once we dock, we'll be able to load up with material. Also, one of the things I'd like to update everybody on is I actually went in here. So that's airtight. So if I hop in the driver's seat here and I hit I think it's K. Yep. I added exempt onto all the turrets, even the fighter turrets. I renamed the oxygen generator to get ice, 20,000 ice, high priority, and as well as our reactors. I named them accordingly: ingot, uranium, 300, priority 2. So it's going to pull uranium. And the cargo, I want 2,000 of all the ammos. All the ammos, give me 2,000 with a high priority. Just because there's no way to control the ammo. I've also basically set up set up quite a bit of production of the shells and stuff that we're going to need. So a lot of 300 millimeter shells, a lot of the little David shells, and some more of the slugs for the anti-fighter turrets. I should have rotated that around, but it is what it is. There we go. So yeah, everything is named right. I just have a little bit of work to do on the bottom here. I have that turret to still put in there, but we're gonna need some thrusters to move this thing out of the way first. That way I'll be able to get underneath here and do a whole bunch of welding once the time comes for that. Okay. So if I want essentially a walkway to come all the way back here, not that I need one, but if I wanted one, we're going to want a pretty tough setup back here. How many? So you have 127 steel plates still. And yeah, there's it won't be as high profile up here. So it's basically going to come up. It's going to have a turret like this, and then it's going to have a massive behemoth turret in the middle here. So the bottom is going to be really heavily armored, even more so than the top. So it's going to be epic. All right. So let's start thinking about thrust here, because I would like to get thrusters going, even if it was just the basics going here. It would be nice to get thrust started. So if I want to go 3 back, and then 1 in here. Okay, so if I wanted a armor thruster like this, like that, okay, and then one more right here, although I am out of space. Oh, good lord, what's up with the hitches? Hitches not good. Okay, so let's get rid of some of the tubes and computers and construction components. But the motors, the metal grids, I definitely don't need. Girders, I think I'm done with those. All right, now we're down to the bare minimum here. I think, what do we need to place these tubes? Oh no, I must have the thing that I need to place these, because I'll be able to place them again. Okay, let's place another one. Number 3. Okay, that works. Right there. So let's use some of our welding prowess here since I am... There we go. Clear out some space. That way, when I go to the other side to do it, we have ample space. So it looks like we have a discrepancy here. This needs to come out. So I have this, and this needs to come out. And then I have this one here. Yes, so we need one more slope, like so. And then most likely one of these, like that, or like that, just to make sure these things look the same on both sides. So I want to make sure we are squared away here. So this needs to be another one of these special slopes like that. And then another one of these, just to make sure these are all matched up and my profiles are right. Okay, let's go back up here. Okay, so that is, the armor blocks are good. There are the two we need there. Okay, so that takes care of a few. Now, where else do we want these? Well, we've got some potential in here. But, like right in here, I know that there's a conveyor right behind that block. So that is not a good spot for one. We could put them... Ooh, we could put a couple over here. That would work. Yeah, we could put like 3 actually right along this side. So okay, like that. And then I'm full. Of course I'm full. Oh wait, we don't have access back here. Right over here. So I'm going to put all of the steel plates away, all of those. Just have a basic amount of material. So I can come in here and grab these. See how much that fills it up. Okay, so obviously we're in need of armor thrusters, which is why I like using these, because they're just awesome. Alright, so there, and there. Just like that. And then we could do the same underneath. I'm going to use the same sort of system. Use up the materials that we get. Now the caveat to this is we need up and down thrusters. So I could use some of these blank spaces here, as long as we have the space underneath, which I think we do on some of those. We might have to fish around a little bit to find them, but I could put another 3 down here. So we actually have access to see what's under here. These are blissfully light armor blocks. Okay, let's do the same for this side. Only, of course, we have to rotate those around. There we go. Empty out our inventory. There we go. So, that takes care of our left thrust. Well, a little bit. I want to get enough thrusters just to move this away from the base. Because if we disconnect it now, we'll only be able to move forward and to the right. That's it. And we won't even be able to do it that fast. But we don't need to be super maneuverable. We just need to make sure that we've got some thrust in all directions just so we don't drift off into space. Because that's sad times when you do that. We don't want to do that. So let's come down here and do some welding. Make sure they're all welded up. They do take quite a bit of time to weld up. Especially when there's 6 of them. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. So, let's look at... I think this might be a good spot right here to put some sloped going up. Let's see what we have underneath. Do we want 2 or 3? 3, might as well. Oh yeah, I think that would work. Let's get the orientations right here. Oh, I think that actually is perfect. Right there. So, use up... Oh, whoops. Wrong tool. Oh yeah, we don't have any space in our inventory anymore. Those big block heavy armors, those things are brutal. Oh, that's a reactor. That's not my cup of joe here. All right, get back in here. Put all those away. That way I can come in here and weld these 2 down and have some super fun here. There we go. Almost filled me up. So let's do 3. 2 more of those. There we go. So there is some thrust to go down. Now I need to think about how to do that from here, and I might be able to get this to work without too much extra welding. Go down like that. That matches that up right there, and then basically put my like so. Ooh, no, we want to rotate those. So here, here, and here. So that's some down welder or down welders, thrusters. There we go. I think that's almost everything that I had in my inventory. That's good. Okay, so that's up and down and forward and to the, well, that's going to the right. So we need some left thrusters on this side, so those 6, and then some reverse thrusters to slow us down, which we can put in right here, and that takes care of the thrust, so we can move our ship. So I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna probably get 2 in here if I can fit them. We're gonna do another 2 over here, and I'll do the 6 on that side over there, and then we'll come back to disconnect the ship and move it out of the way. So I got some grinding and welding and all that kind of fun stuff to do. And so that'll do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.